So, for those of you who don't know me, I am an online course creator. I parlayed a career in beauty and cosmetology and began creating online courses on those subjects to share with people and to sell. So today I want to talk to other people out there who are considering building an online course, especially beauty professionals. They want to know what that process is like and maybe considering if this is a good time to dive into something like that, or perhaps if they should wait, do more research, or if maybe it's not something that ultimately they would be interested in at all. Is now the right time to build your online course, or should you wait? We're going to examine that question today, and I'm going to walk it through with you guys, including sharing some of the mistakes that I made along the way of building my first online course. If you'd be so kind as to click the subscribe button right down there and hit the bell for notifications so that you can keep up with all of our business tips and videos that we post every Friday. The key thing about creating online courses is that you really do have to be a master in whatever it is that you're creating a course on. I don't support people who just recently learned a skill or just recently learned how to do something and really quickly they want to jump in and try to flip it into a cheap course and upload it on Udemy, and you can always tell. And so if you are watching this video and you have a skill set or a craft or a trade that you have truly mastered, really spent years putting your whole heart and soul into, then I believe you could qualify as somebody who could create a valuable online course and be able to share that with people, and that you would make a profit. Creating an online course is about, I would say, 60% course organization and about 10% creation, right? Because that's the easy part. Just sort of organizing all of your ideas, putting them down on paper, eliminating bad ideas, cultivating good ideas, and really honing in on the clarity of your idea. That's a big chunk of the work. 10% is just actually executing and making the course. The remainder of that, I would say 25% of your energy, some would argue more, is going to go into marketing the course. That may or may not be something that is talked about a lot, is how savvy you have to be with marketing your course, because you can create a fantastic course, but if you can't get it in front of people, and if you don't have an active or engaged audience, the chances of you turning that course profitable are pretty small. There's a lot of steps you need to take to make sure that you're building your email list, building your audience, that you're either hiring someone to run ads, or that you familiarize yourself with how to run ads so that you can promote your product across multiple platforms. If you're in a space in your professional career where you have time to dedicate to not just, like I said, the creation of the course, but actually learning how to market it effectively, if you're not in a place where you have that extra time and that extra bandwidth to dedicate to that, then I would say now is not the right time for you to create a course. I had mastered lash extensions long before I ever turned it into an online course. But of course, during the process of expanding and building my business, I didn't have all the time that it really took to nurture those little details and nurture the new students that I would be attracting and engaging with while I was still running my salon full time. It really did take me stepping out of that space as a service provider and stepping into a space where I could really wrap my mind around of all of the vast details surrounding online marketing, that I was able to really have the space to not just create a course, not just launch a course, but launch a course successfully and nurse it and nurture it and nurture those students and nurture the email list. So that's just a little insight into how it was for me. You might be different. You might be able to maintain your day trade, or even if you currently have a 9-to-5, you can stay at that job and use the time and the hours that you have at night, say from like 6 to 9 p.m. on weeknights, work on building your course. and still be able to do that successfully and really get it out there, I think that's absolutely possible. In no way am I suggesting that in order to create an online course that you need to quit your job and just totally make it all of a sudden out of the blue a full-time thing, because income with your course is going to be a gradual build up as well. It probably won't be like some snowball crazy launch like I made $75,000 in my first month of my online course. I've heard a lot of stories like that online. Of course, they're going to really emphasize those stories, but I would say that those stories are the exception, not the rule. You want to, with any online business, set yourself up for success by expecting a gradual incremental growth. Explore the different platforms that host online courses and find out which one you think suits your course idea best. There's platforms like Udemy that will do a lot of the promotion for your course for you. They also have a built-in network of students, of hundreds of thousands of students that use the platform, that have taken other courses, and they promote them and will host them for you. The downside about something like Udemy is that they could mark down a course that you have priced at $99 all the way down to $12 for the month of July, for example, and you would get, I think, your portion of the earnings, so maybe 50% of the cost of the course. So you could end up kind of getting into some weird situations where you've now just put all of your expertise out there into a fabulous course, and it's basically being sold for $12 and you're taking home $6. So some people are okay with that in exchange for the vast amount of promotion that they're going to get from like a huge organization like Udemy. People like myself, I don't know, not so much. I mean, I kind of like to be in control of the way that my content is distributed. Obviously, if I'm charging money or if people are paying money, I want to be the primary beneficiary of that. So exploring the platform that you want to use might help you get a better grasp on the type of course you want to create, how much you want to put into it, and what the overall goal is for selling your online course. The sort of ready-made online course hubs like those can be really good if you don't want to have the hassle and the stress of hosting it yourself on a website and doing all of the maintenance of that website, paying for hosting for that website. So I think for some people, utilizing those platforms can actually make it possible for you to host a course if it otherwise would have been something that you consider to be too time consuming or too stressful. Looking at your current engagement. So in examining your current engagement with your email list and with your social media followings or with your Facebook community, if you have any of these already established, launching an online course is a fabulous idea. And the reason is because people already look to you or depend on you for advice and inspiration and information. They already look up to you and what you do. So being able to finally have something to offer them would be fantastic. A lot of times when you have a large following like that, or you have a lot of guests and a very highly engaged email list, a lot of times they're just waiting for an opportunity to learn more from you or to consume more of you. And an online course is just one way that they can do that, provided you have this built-in group of people that like your services and your products already. They're going to be very excited that you now have an online course. And so if you have that established already, I definitely think that you'd want to take advantage of that. Now, for those of you who don't have a large email list, you have a modest Instagram following or a handful, a couple dozen likes on Facebook, you would need to build your email list first, even before you create the course. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but welcome to the world of online marketing. Email lists is step one. Email lists are the most intimate way to communicate with people and ultimately to sell your product. Of course, it's not just a sales tool. So think about building your email list first. And if you want to know more about how to do that, I put a link below to one of my favorite YouTubers. She has a video on that, and it pretty much covers everything better than I could. So check that out. And this again is if you don't have any type of online following, and you're not sure really who you would sell your course to once you launch it, you're going to need to build an email list, and the link below will show you how to do that. So here's a great reason if you're just ready to make more money. And I can definitely relate to that. I was really satisfied in the work that I was doing. I was really satisfied with my lifestyle and my clients, and already sort of having that control over my own schedule. But when I heard about online course builders making, an additional $10,000 a month in revenue and up, $40,000, $80,000 in revenue, that idea was very attractive to me. And of course, I had to explore it more, and I wanted to see what it was all about. What I learned in that process is that even though I was initially attracted to the idea of online courses for financial reasons and for just sort of those, and just for that excitement of the whole idea of, how much money I could make, what I did learn in the actual building of the online course is that it 100% circles back around to your contribution, and is what you are creating valuable to other people? Is it actually helping them learn? Is it actually helping them in their lives? Because you can get hyped up about numbers all you want, but at the end of the day, it really is about delivering a value to people. So you have to make sure that your course has that, and you have to listen to the feedback from your early clients, or if you do some beta testing with your course, you have to listen to early feedback from your clients and make sure that they're really getting the most out of the course, and adjust it and modify it as necessary. You won't be able to get to those big numbers until you've truly created a product that is providing tremendous value to your students. The first couple months into my online course, I remember I didn't really know who was out there, who was watching, who was benefiting from this. At one point I was doing different promotions, and I was giving it away deeply discounted, or even in some instances giving the course away completely free. And I just had no real concept of who was watching it, and hoping that somebody would benefit from it, but not really knowing who or how that whole process worked. Since then, I have gotten feedback from young women all over the world: London, South Africa, Hawaii, Asia. All over the world, girls have messaged me and sent me thank you letters saying, "Thank you so much for this course. It changed my life. Thank you so much for this course." Just incredible, mind-blowing stories about how, teaching this particular skill set, the right person receiving that at the right time in their life, it was actually life-changing for them. Someone saying to me, "I built my own business. I'm so excited," or "I've always wanted to take a course like this, but I couldn't afford it before. And this is one that I can actually start today, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much." Had some young women get themselves out of some really tough situations as a result of the financial independence that they gained from learning the skill, doing the skill, and going into business with it. So it's really exciting. When you're teaching a course online, you're not limited to just your community. You're not limited to, a handful of people that are going to come in next Friday and, sit in front of you and you teach them one-on-one. If you're able to effectively communicate what it is that you want to teach people, the possibilities are just so much greater with an online course, simply because you can reach so many people. Don't underestimate your skills. Don't underestimate yourself and what you have to share or to give. Just because somebody else has taught a course doesn't mean that you can't, doesn't mean that it won't be communicated in a whole different way and uniquely and specifically coming from you. Someone out there needs your course, but they need you to teach it, and they need you to share it before they can get that information that's going to change their lives. So don't count yourself out and don't sell yourself short. You can't assume that just because a similar course already exists somewhere, that there isn't just enough room for you to create a course and flourish. I'm not sure how long I've been talking now, but I'm gonna end it here and just tell you that if you want more information on how to build an online course, you can go to my website. I also have some other videos and resources in the description below. Please subscribe to my channel. We drop videos every Friday talking about business, mindset, talking about beauty, a little bit of self-help here and there. So definitely hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!